All right, we're live. We're after some technical difficulties, as promised. We are here. So welcome everybody. We've got Kimmy Wise Censored. We've got Scott the Ryle. We've got Stephen Sears. The infamous Grandma Sears could not make it tonight. But we have the poster for the starting block. Stephen Sears. We have Beth Duffy, the Mouth of the South. And my partner and co-host on Mega Promises Tech, Doc Martin. Oh, welcome everybody. Great to see you.
Hey.
Doc Martin with Dash of the South.
What's happening, Phil?
What's going on, Scottard? What's going on, Kimmy Wise Censored? Kimmy Jong-un.
Kimmy
I'm still trying to find us. I'm such a noob.
Can't you find your own show?
No.
All right, we got some people in the audience. We got 17 whole people right now. That I see. 18. I joined. There'll be 19.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, you care. Yeah. Isn't Spanish the thing of the thing to do now? Oh, somebody's got the radio on.
I did, and boy, it sounded bad.
Our sound sounds bad?
Don't feel bad.
Yeah, it did. You want me to mute and listen to it again?
No, that's okay. We'll see if
I'll
we
watch.
get any
I'll just have to unmute it.
Hey, how's our sound out there in the audience? I'll look for your chat. Nobody's chatting. Anybody?
So happy Saturday, everybody. We're so glad you could make it for another fun night of the Speakeasy, where we discuss all the latest happens in our lives and politics and anything we want to talk about. So if y'all have anything in the audience that you want to bring up, you just be sure to tell us.
Sound is whacked out. Okay. Let's see why it's whacked out.
It says everyone except for Phil is echoing.
Oh,
Texas
how about
is
now?
fine.
Is that better?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Are we echoing?
Got to wait for the audience to catch up here. You're okay. The real bad. She has a real bad echo. Sound is bad. Hold on, I'm gonna take my headphones off and you guys talk, and I'll see if I can hear it on. Well, I can't do that because it's gonna pick up on my mic.
I just been
Doc, you did great at testing 1, 2, 3. Are we echoing?
Okay, it's better. Okay, it took it a while for it to catch up the broadcast. Okay, we're back.
There you go.
We're better. Technical difficulty solved. Oh boy.
It wouldn't be.
So we don't have chat in Twitter, by the way.
That's not unusual. You mean Periscope?
If you go into the show through Twitter, you will not be able to see chat. I did not know that until the other day. If you want to be able to see chat, you have to go into the show through Periscope or YouTube or one of the other apps.
I love you, babe.
Hey, Enabler Abe's in the audience. Hey, Abe.
Enabler Abe?
Yeah.
Hey, how's that wheelchair going, Enabler Abe?
Forget the wheelchair. He needs to pay his tennis ball bill for his walker.
I'm tired of James hauling off him to the massage center and then finding Viagra in his wheelchair pocket.
Oh.
Aggravates the piss out of me, Abe.
You've been told.
All right. So where's
Finally,
Kim?
I found a chat.
Oh yeah.
So how was everybody's week?
Enabler Abe. Granny Sears might have had something to do with Viagra because she usually does that kind of shenanigan. So.
Oh, you mean Granny Sears planted that Viagra in his wheelchair?
Yeah, she's pretty
He says
cunning.
it bothers his apples, so I guess there's something there.
Hey, Kimmy, you there still?
Yes, I am. I'm having a little bit of distraction over here. My daughter is just leaving to go out for the night, and so I was telling her goodbye.
Oh.
She has left me here all by myself.
Wow. That's always dangerous when I'm left unsupervised.
I know. I don't know
what kind of trouble we might get in. Senor Tequila might get a hold of my telephone.
Well, she might come back to no alcohol in her house.
Yeah. I hope she was just a good kind.
There's something wrong with this picture, and I mean literally, because I've got an ugly dude with a hat on, I've got an ugly dude with a bald head, and these beautiful pictures of these ladies. What's the scope, girls?
What am I, chopped liver here?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
hair.
moderators.
Bitch.
Oh, okay.
Can we call you guys moderators now in honor of the debate?
Yes. Can anybody
Okay,
speak
you-
Spanish for me,
You and
please?
Doc are moderators.
Anybody speaking Spanish? Anybody?
¿Qué pasa? Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Tengo aquí una cerveza.
No,
Not bad.
Oh, you can run for president.
That's right.
God, who knew?
Did anybody catch that the Spanish that was spoken by those two candidates? Both of them, you could tell they learned it phonetically, that it wasn't, the cadence wasn't right, the syntax, you could just tell they memorized it.
Well,
I probably
the
why.
one that, of course, Mr. didn't even wear a tie to the debate. You know, he's applying for the office of the highest, he's basically on a job interview for the office, the highest office in the land, and he couldn't even put on a freaking tie.
Who are you talking
Well,
about,
I
Doc?
referred to him as the chauffeur.
The famous Aussie and I coined him, and this is our trademark, Spaniard Spartacus. So
Oh.
on that one.
I don't think we're talking about him. I think we're talking about No More Yankee, My Wanky.
Yeah, I think somebody dubbed him the chauffeur.
I always wondered what
I
happened
think
to
he
the donger.
I missed most of the debate. Most of what I caught was just what Boogie had on his show. I saw some of it the next night. I thought I was going to be interested and even expected to be amused, but I feel like I would have been amused had I watched it, but I wasn't feeling it, so I just didn't watch it. We'll see. Maybe I'll watch the
That's
next
Kimmy
one.
though. She's always playing catch up. Come on,
That is
Kimmy.
true.
I still have it on my DVR, but I have yet to watch it because I'll probably delete it because all the commentary that I've heard on it is about enough. I mean, enough brain cells were burned by the people who actually did watch it that I feel like I'm going to just save mine.
That's funny.
Good idea. You just saved all your brain
Yeah, I mean,
cells.
Exactly. I mean, they were obviously, I mean, everybody said it before, they were in competition for who could go the farthest left. They all raised their hands for giving free health care to illegal immigrants. Obviously trying to kind of eliminate that distinction between legal and illegal immigrants, and then call us all racists again. I mean, Bernie finally admitted that the middle class is going to have to pay more taxes for all the wonderful free crap that they're going to get. And I don't know, it kind of just went. I heard those comments, and I thought that was enough. I'm not going to really watch the recording.
Well, and they're trying to just out virtue each other. It's like, if you're going to give this, then I'm going to give this plus that. Oh yeah, well, I'm going to give this plus that and this other thing over here.
I agree.
But it's not virtue. It's not helpful. If
No,
you
they always lose sight of the fact it's our money they're going to spend. It's not the people who are on their side whose money they're going to spend. They're going to spend the money of the people they could disrespect.
Well, no, see, Scott, I disagree. They know it's our money that they're going to spend, and that's why they so
Oh.
freely spend it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
it's not their money.
Money we
They don't
make
care.
to cover that. There's
But
not
then-
enough money in the history of all the money that's ever been spent in the history of our government isn't enough to make to pay for every illegal alien. What they're not reminding people is that 11 million figure has been in place since God knows when. The real figure is closer to 45 million. Let's pay for that. They didn't say one thing they were going to do for the American people but raise taxes, take away their benefits, and put them all on the same crappy insurance that they can't access because they don't have the money for the deductibles or the copays. So, you know, it's not realistic whatsoever. You can paint up a sow's ear to be a silk purse all you want to, but when you go to take that lipstick in that sow's ear, honey, it's still, into that silk purse, it's still a sow's ear. I'm just saying, you can blow smoke up my skirt all day long and tell me what you think you can do for me, but proof is in the pudding. Trump has done something. Those sorry jerks haven't done squat but blow smoke up our skirts.
Well, and the
I
things
personally like to be kissed before I'm screwed.
Absolutely. And afterwards too, please, and a phone call if you don't mind.
Yeah. Ours wouldn't hurt. No.
But the thing is that the things that they're promising, it makes them sound like very nice people that care so much about humanity and they want to just make the world a better place. But if you stop and think about the things themselves, they're not making lives better for other people. The suffering that these people have to go through in order just to get here, to get these false promises, is not fair. And then they're causing the suffering of the people within their own country in order to fulfill even a portion of their promises. And
I'll just say this. There's a lot of missing things along the way. There's a lot of missing people, and then there's a lot of missing money. Like $35,000 a fucking hammer. It's because they funnel it to their black ops. You know what I mean? They all have their little pet projects they got to funnel money to. And
but what I don't get is why not one reporter or one person in a town hall has actually said, "What is your answer on that?"
No, it was a friendly thing.
I'm sorry.
But when Fox did them with whoever, Buttigieg, whatever, no one pushes them.
No antagonism whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
And besides that, you know, I've listened to a lot of presidents spill their stuff. I mean, believe it or not, I was alive. I mean, I know I look so young. I was alive when Kennedy was shot, and I remember that.
You were?
And,
I didn't.
Yeah, I was. And I have never seen a president fulfill promises like Trump does, other than he and maybe Reagan some. Most presidents will talk a mean game when they're trying to get our election, get the job, but they won't do squat once they're in office. In fact, I wish these guys, if they ever did get into office, would stick to that schedule.
Absolutely. That's the thing that cracks me up about the left is they don't want Trump to fulfill his promises. But then if he tries to do something and is met with opposition and it's not able to work, like with a so-called Muslim ban or something, then they talk about how he's ineffective and they start bitching about he's spending all this time golfing, he should be doing president stuff, and why are you tweeting? Don't you have a job to do? Like, do you want him to do this job? Because last I heard, you didn't want him to do the job, and you don't want him doing these things. So maybe you should be glad he's out there golfing. But you know, they got to bitch about something.
You know,
Everything.
Bitch about Obama playing golf, and he went out to the links the same day they told him about the Benghazi victim. Didn't even break his stride on the way out there. Then flew out for a big fundraising dinner the next day and didn't even have time to deal with, you know, petty little military lives that were lost. And, you know, the other thing is they sit there and badmouth him when he's working for free.
He's working for free, and then when he's playing golf, he's working. Like he's making deals happen. He's not just playing golf to let off steam.
He works 16, 18 hours a day as it is, if not more. What else do you want from the man? The problem is it doesn't matter what he does, they're not going to be happy.
That's right.
They don't like him. And more importantly, what we always have to keep in mind and remind everybody about is that that's, you know, what he points out is so true. He's just the figurehead for the people that they really can't stand. That's middle America. That's the flyover country. That's God's patriots. That's who they don't like.
That's right.
They'd exterminate us like bugs if they could. and they were well on their way to doing it before Trump stood in.
They're still trying.
That's ever fulfilled some of his promises besides Reagan. And look at what they did to him. They killed Kennedy, and they shot Reagan to warn him what could happen to him if he kept on.
Yeah. He's gonna dance first.
Who's gonna dance?
What?
I said he's gonna start dancing. Let's make it lively.
Dancing here?
Well, get up on the bar, Miss Beth. Let's.
Oh,
God,
wrong person.
Well, you know what? While you guys were talking, I found some interesting video about one of my favorite candidates who got 3 minutes on the stage. Oh, why don't we watch this? Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, crap. I found some video on Wang, so here we go.
Did you find a Wang video?
Yes.
What's happening? Hot stuff.
His name is Long Duck Dong.
Yeah, I hope somebody's paying attention to the chat. I can't see it very well. And you locked us up.
Very clever dinner. Appetizing food fitting neatly into interesting round pie.
Hey, listen, I want to thank you for loaning me the donger. He's really bitching.
And you know what? It's not racist because I am part Asian, so I can play that video. Oh.
That's the rules. You can only joke at yourself, laugh at yourself now. Nobody else can teach you. That's for
Can I turn myself in and get myself arrested? Is that a thing?
It might be.
I was racist against myself. Wait, maybe I can sue myself.
I wonder if you get any money out of that one.
No.
Hey, where did Stefan's picture go?
I think he stepped away for just a minute.
Okay.
Stefan went to Galaxy S8.
I stepped off. Yep.
I see this.
You guys mentioned Benghazi, so I had to silence myself and not show myself because there's a lot of really weird things like shoulder-fired missiles being found in other countries' possession and all that crap. Just recently, it is still going around.
What are you saying?
Shoulder-fired missiles of the U.S. military being found in countries just like as of yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Benghazi. Goes back to Benghazi.
Yeah. I didn't want to open the ant hill.
So, what countries? Anybody know what countries?
I saw Libya.
Yep. Yeah. Mainly African countries. Mainly.
Oh, beautiful. And what's interesting is I just saw a post about how they're transporting people from Africa to
yes.
Honduras.
Yes, to the border.
Yes.
To the border of Mexico. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Well, and we already
world turned.
Y'all see that article that I posted right before we came on, that they caught some Congolese, I think, that might have Ebola at the border, and that they've got 3 people in the CDC's looking at. They have an unknown disease. The CDC doesn't even know what it is yet. They're testing them, but they don't even know. They've got 3 of them in quarantine in California.
And what about that little girl, y'all?
Yes, I saw that. I didn't bring it up.
I don't even want to say it.
I didn't either.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it yet.
I had it like that last week, and we nearly all lost it.
I'll tell you what it is. It's pretty disgusting, but she had at least 20 different men rape her.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Is this a different child than the one you were talking about last week, Doc?
No, this is a different one. This one's 10. The other one was 6.
Good grief.
And they know that for a fact. I think it's Stefan who asked. They know it for a fact, if you know what I mean.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
They found physical
Animosity.
evidence of it.
Yeah.
At least
animosity.
men. And I saw an art, not to make it worse, but if we're really going to face the evil out there, there was an article this week came out because they were talking about what they were doing to infants, and there's one that even has a sick fetish of leaving the umbilical with the infant still with the umbilical cord attached.
Yes, I unfortunately saw that, and some things you see you cannot unsee, and these fucking people are fucking sick.
I can't
All I
even.
can
I mean,
tell
there's certain things that you just go, okay, now I got to touch on that, and then I got to leave it because I have to go pray about it. It's so sick. It's so evil. It's so depraved. There's no words.
Well, it might be that 1 to 5% that might be lost forever. Maybe that's what that's referencing, because there ain't no coming back from that shit.
No, it's so despicable. It makes me embarrassed to be part of the human race.
Yes, you just sit there and think how sad God must be. His own, I know that's just got to sicken him.
And one thing, though, that we need to know, just trying to keep in mind, is this stuff, just because we're just now hearing about it, doesn't mean it hasn't been going on forever.
Oh, it's been going on forever. Exactly, Kimmy.
There is one shining light. Donald Trump is president, and he knows about this stuff. If we know about it, he darn sure knows about it. And I don't think we see 75% of his plan. I think we might see 10% of what he's got going on.
I would say even like 0.10 thousandths of his plan.
And I hope you're right. I want to see some of the results of that coming around really quick.
Well,
we all want results, but you know what?
You can just see from the cases that are being prosecuted that they are breaking down. It is a worldwide. It is a worldwide recovery. So all over. I mean, they're busting these rings up everywhere. Unfortunately, this is not just something in the United States.
And it might be a good sign that the pedophiles are being more bold. I just read a tweet that Real Cinso retweeted from a really sick puppy. They're getting more bold about trying to get out there. They're really trying to normalize this stuff. The whole.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, aren't they trying to add like child love or
man boy love? Yeah.
They're trying to add the P into the LGBTQ.
Yes, all pedophilia.
But even they won't. No, they don't want anything to do with that. I mean, people like Scott Pressler and Brandon Straka, they don't want anything to do with these pedophiles.
Oh no, of course not. But they're trying to infiltrate it. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what they do.
And it's not just I know that, but it's not just the pedos that are trying to infiltrate it. It's also the people who are like, there are others who are trying to normalize this because they want our society to be as depraved as possible.
But I think it's a panic thing. I'm hoping, at least, I'm praying that it's a dying thrash kind of move where they know that the end is near because Trump is in power and he's doing stuff about these things. And I pray to God that we're going to start seeing even more. I mean, we've already seen a lot of them rounded up. You're right, Kim. And I pray that we see it all just eradicated and pointed out for the evil that it is. I don't care what your stance is on how you have sex with other adults, but I do care about kids. There is absolutely no way.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you something from the Freemason grand architect plan is men were supposed to be able to walk around even though they claim toxic masculinity all the time. Men were supposed to be able to walk around, the elite men, typically whites, and have sex with whoever, and sex with amongst others, breeding, so uncalled, was illegal, and that was kind of their plan. Whether it was children, whether it was adults, it doesn't matter. It's all about the elite have the power. They have sex with whoever they want. They've shown that. They've proven it. It's happened over and over and over. Look at Clinton. I mean, that's the most public figure that we know. Besides Nevixium, That's a whole nother story. But we could go real fucking deep on that. I'm biting my tongue, but Chris Lemon, they expose this shit all the time.
Excuse me.
And, big shout out to them. Seriously, they do the work that we can't stand to do. Like,
Exactly.
I started digging and went crazy.
Yeah. It's sickening.
Well, they had that one den donor in L.A. area that had the 2 black men die in his apartment.
Right.
And then as they're doing the crime scene on the one, another one's coming to the door.
Yeah, what is his name? I can't think of his name right now.
He's a famous guy.
Yeah,
famous
donor.
Shifty?
No.
Because something's very similar about Shifty. He said so.
But to your point, Scooter, they are getting more desperate because we've had 2 pieces come out this week where they have been trying to grab kids in broad daylight. There was my husband was reading to me about that yesterday, and I think because they're getting more desperate. I don't think their normal channels are producing like they were.
That's what
Remember what I showed you before the show, Doc? That's why I have one of these.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
It ain't gonna happen on my watch.
I'm with you, honey. I am with you. If you need any help, you just let me know. I told you I am ready to saddle up. I'm locked and loaded.
She's always locked and loaded.
Wouldn't bother me a bit.
All right, his name is Ed Buck. I just looked it up. It's Ed Buck.
That's
thank
Ed Buck. Ooh, and he is a nasty piece of work. He's in cahoots with the Clintons. I mean, he's got ties to everybody. You can't say they didn't know what a scumbag he is.
I was gonna keep this light. But Doc, what's up with the woodpecker? Come on now. Loaded.
Honey. It's like, do you know what that little sorry son of a gun did? He knew I was ready because I have my 4 big, huge water blasters lined up. They're already loaded. Ready for bigger. And you know what he does to taunt me? He'll go to my neighbor's house because he's got a big tree over there, and he'll sit on this one branch and just peck it. And the second I go inside, he flies over and gets on my chimney. But he's not even a smart woodpecker. He doesn't, thank God, he doesn't peck on my wood, on my fire, on my chimney. He picks on that metal ring around the top. Well, it makes it sound like there is an explosion going off in my house, you know. So
yeah, it sounds like a machine gun.
Second I go in, it does, exactly. And
it's like
throwing it down. I go running out there, get my water blasters, and he's flying off.
You better have your phone ready. I want video.
I'm telling you, my sister or my brother-in-law would probably be happy to give you video, but I'm out there spraying. I got him several times. I mean, I can reach up there all the way to the top of my second story chimney with my water blaster. David wouldn't let me get a pellet gun. Our little sweetheart in the MAGA room, Ben, he was showing this really cool pellet gun I want, but David wouldn't let me. I am saying he's such a party pooper. He's afraid I'm going to shoot somebody in Carrollton.
Guys,
Jules
real quick,
all is not lost yet.
Well, you guys were talking about the woodpecker. I found a chart that was updated on September 1st of 2018. Hate to go back to the bad subject, but this will give people some hope. And I'm going to cover us all up with the chart, and I'll read you some of the figures. Maybe you'll see it. But as of 9/1/2018, Trump had already achieved over 10,320 human trafficking arrests as of September 1st. In 2017, he had 3,213. Now, the best number Obama had was 1952 in 2016. So, I mean, he is dwarfing.
I was going to say, Obama had like literally maybe 2,000 tops per year. And
he never reached 2,000.
Worst of the worst. The worst.
That's kind of like the drug dealer turning in a drug dealer so the cops can look like they're actually doing something when they're corrupt. That's what Obama.
Well, yeah, something went wrong with their deal or whatever, and he's like,
What else, Phil?
Oh, I didn't read through them all. Do you want me to go through them all?
But just the ones you wanted to. I just want to make sure that you got the ones you
Well,
wanted
they
to
had
finish.
Obama's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had 7 of Obama's years, and none of them reached. I mean, he had 2012. He had under 1,000. 2011 under 1,000. Oh, 2010 300.
And
Well,
isn't
what is the secret indictment right now?
You know what I find very
Sorry, Jimmy.
interesting is that the last year, the year that the presidential election, the 2016, when we were talking about all this stuff, is when he started doing more.
not only that,
That was the
No,
year he
there
had
was
the
a-
most.
There was a little hump in 2013, 2014, but it went back down 2015 and went up in 2016.
Okay. I can't see the screen. I guess I must have misunderstood what Phil said.
Oh,
Are we unmuted now?
you're not muted.
Okay.
Beth, are you there?
I've only tried talking 20 times now.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. It's past that now. I couldn't
Now she's
remember what I
back.
wanted to.
So what were you going to say, Beth, about the human trafficking numbers there?
Oh, Obama. Isn't he also the one that had the 30,000 kids just disappear?
Oh, right.
The trafficking thing?
I don't know
Yeah,
about
kind
that.
of, kind of in tandem with Haiti and the Clintons.
There were 30,000 kids here, and he, because of Flores, whatever, he had to release them, but somehow it was all of them that had the kids.
And we lost track of them forever.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I recall that now.
Yeah, I don't remember the details. I just remember that.
I don't know if it's
Interesting.
Hey, did you see, guys, the little proofs about the $65,000 fee of the hot dog parties?
That's what I was just thinking of, Scott. Yeah.
No.
Hot dogs and
It's scary stuff and how much you and I think alike.
Yeah, those are some pricey hot dogs.
it's not just us, bro. It's
I know it. Yeah, the hot dogs apparently had nothing to do with, gosh, how do you put it?
Well, he's a Chicago man, and Chicago's known for their hot dogs, and of course he wanted to have $30,000 worth of them flown into the White House. That's not allowed to be brought in.
Hey, think about this. So
Y'all know I'm
Beth
being
was just
facetious,
talking about
right?
30,000 people, 30,000 kids disappearing. Think about the $30,000 to $50,000 worth of hot dogs. They're virtue signaling right in front of us. They're speaking the language right in front of us.
Okay, guys, I hate to jump in, but I found an article, and this is from the Washington Post. 30,000 undocumented kids have been released to sponsors in every state. And hold on, what was the state? Let me find the one piece that they were really upset about. Hold on, let me dig through here. 9 states. Hold on. What was that piece? Most of these children haven't been heard from again, and the families can't find them.
And this is the 30,000 that went missing during Obama?
Yes, during the Obama administration.
Let me remind you guys that Obama was the one on record, and I mean this sarcastically as fuck, because this is virtue signaling to the core. He said, "Do not send your children up here.
Yeah.
Do not do that. Do not send them with coyotes." I mean, he's literally telling it's
let them go.
Mirror and smoke and mirrors. He's literally telling them, "Send your fucking children with the coyotes, and we'll take them in." That's what he was saying.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yep.
Code. You got to learn their language. I just firmly believe that if you look back at everything that they have adopted, we were talking about this last week, the best way to hide is in plain sight. And so, anywhere these they've got access to kids, they're going to be using it. But the mainstream media never points it out unless it's under President Trump, and then they use Obama's figures against him. You just go, why weren't you worried about those 30,000 kids?
Well, nobody talks about it.
Sorry.
Kudos to Stefan for bringing that up, but nobody's brought that up. All we hear is Trump is cruel to these children. He's putting them in cages, which happened under Obama. Everybody knows that. But what got missed is Stefan. This story Stefan just brought us. I forgot all about it. The 30,000 children, and a lot of these girls are still missing, never to be heard from again. That's the Washington Post. That's not
Phil. Think about this. Phil, think about this. All the Haitians there's 500 at the border waiting to come into Mexico every day. Think about this. What if they're the paid-off parents saying, "Well, we'll take your kid, and then you can come into America when we deem it fit, and just wait for our call." Because I know that's how they are.
We don't know.
Stefan, that was three mind blows.
Sick fucking thought. But I bet you it's true.
It's sickening.
I want to give kudos to Stefan for bringing that back to my attention. I forgot all about that.
That was me.
I was going to say, I think that was Beth.
Oh,
yeah.
Beth. Oh, jeez. Now I got to give kudos to Beth.
Exactly.
Oh, no. I've never heard the end of that.
Beth, that's one for the Southerners.
What?
I said,
you got a picture of Chris Mack up there?
I'm done. You guys continue on.
Chris Mack.
Since Stefan's not coming on, I put Chris Mack in his spot.
Oh, okay. Good job. I just saw a notice in the chat that RFBN is having President Trump giving remarks.
Oh, that'll put a...
What's he talking about?
Huh?
I wonder if he knows yet that he needs to bring me to Washington so I can squeeze him until his eyeballs pop out.
You got to watch that, Doc. The Secret Service is going to come knocking.
Yeah.
Well, apparently you can spit on the president's son, so surely you can hug the president.
Really? Come on.
Hi, Tigress.
Who complain about a good-smelling woman hugging you?
Just so you know, I'm going to find out if that's true sometime at the end of July.
Yes, you are. You just wait, honey. When you see a chubby, brown-haired, brown-eyed woman run at you, don't you flinch. It's me. I'm coming in.
Already warned the Secret Service.
Okay. I'm flying through Dallas, and Doc's going to come say, hey.
I get to go squeeze Scooter.
That's great.
I got a 3-hour layover just for that.
And we're going to scope.
Oh, fun.
I know.
That is cool.
And I'm generally presentable when I'm flying, so it shouldn't work out too bad for me.
If you see him and he's got lipstick all over his face and he's squished up like that, it's because I squeezed him too hard.
My poor wife, she's probably going to watch that one scope.
Just tell her that is quite all right, because I will squeeze her just as hard when I get to
y'all are fellow Texans. You can work it out.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind sharing with another Southern girl just for a squeeze.
As long as it's just a little sugar.
Just a little sugar doesn't hurt anybody. So,
I'm looking forward to it.
Just reminding y'all, though, that if when we are celebrating President's re-election, that will be my birthday if anybody wants to send gifts ahead of time. Just saying.
Very exciting.
I think you probably let us all know that. I swear intervention is coming.
Sorry, y'all. I had to grab my charger. But y'all bring this up. So, happy late birthday to nobody else than Kimmy.
Oh, thank you,
Kimmy, everybody in the chat, say hi.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kimmy. And I really meant to say something. I did see that going around, and I get all these distractions like work and stuff.
Yeah, that's all right. I had a good birthday.
Good.
Call into Boogie's show and ask him to sing happy birthday to me, which he predictably refused to do.
And then he hit you hard.
And then he kind of sang to me, so then I kind of won. So,
No, I'm saying about the tweet he sent or the message.
I don't know.
Giving you something about having a show every week at 8 set time.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which chat room you said that was in, so I never really saw the context of that. But
oh, yeah, that was me that posted it because Boogie did.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I just saw a print, actual text, chat.
Well, that just means that he didn't watch my Periscope that I did yesterday, which told everybody when my show was going to be coming on. I'm taking up his former time slot of Thursday at 11 Eastern. Apparently,
that was it. That was it.
He clearly.
Kimmy, you're filling in for his slack. He's slacking now.
There's no possible way I could replace him. I'm just taking his spot.
Boom. Boom.
Oh.
Hey, chat is filling up with happy birthdays to you, Kimmy.
Thank you, everybody. I can't see the chat because I'm on my phone. I'm out of town. I can't sign on. Well, I signed on to Periscope, and then the sound, I ended up being able to hear myself on Periscope and myself in the Zoom, and it did not work out very well for my ears, so I had to cut one of them off.
Well, in case, just to jump in here real quick, to the listening viewers, I posted the Washington Post article, pinned it to the winning TV _ on Twitter, and on top of that, at the top scroll, you'll see Kimmy's new show on Thursday at 11 p.m. It's called My Favorite Things with Kimmy Jong-un. And we also have in the, I saw in the chat, we have Tact.
So, yay.
Yes, she has a show on Wednesdays at 8:30 Eastern Time, the Tac Attack, and it just popped up on her screen. You'll see it in a few minutes.
Oh, Tac.
Yes.
TAC.
The Tac Attack.
My bad. This week and did a great job.
Yeah, she's very energetic and very just inspiring. I had a good time watching her show.
I'm trying to copy her dance moves.
Anybody couldn't have a smile on her face.
Yeah, those dance moves are badass.
Yeah, they are.
You can tell when she gets off the dance floor that she will kick your ass if she needs to.
Mm-hmm. I would not want to mess with her.
I can teach her a couple things.
She can cut you down with one sentence.
Dream on, Phil. Hey, I think that was popular maybe about 30 years ago, maybe 40.
So let me ask this question that everybody is sitting on pins and needles about. Are you guys doing Promises Kept tonight? Mega Promises?
Oh, yeah. Yes, we are.
Nice save,
awesome.
Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
You know, I love this whole setup. I love watching you guys. I always watch it delayed. I don't ever get to watch it live, but I'm glad you're doing it. Last week I kind of got rolled.
I usually catch it, part of it live and part of it I have to watch the replay. But, you know, one thing I really like about what's going on in our little Periscope, our little corner of Periscope, is so many of us are stepping out and putting our faces and our thoughts and our opinions out there. And I'm hoping that what we're going to do is not only promote each other, and, you know, like my show is not going to be interesting to everybody. And I don't expect everybody to watch my show, but and you know, other people's show is not going to be interesting to me. So it's just, I think that we just need to do what we do. But I think that it's great that we promote each other, and I think we should do that. And I think that from that we're going to grow not just our little corner of Periscope, but just, you know, help educate the people that. And there are certain people in our little group that just truly, I think the world deserves to know who they are. Like everybody in the world, in my opinion, needs to know.
James plug right here, Kimmy. You beat me to the punch. But at the starting block, it's a show about absolutely nothing, and we have the most fun ever. Like talking like the Valley Girl, but You guys in the audience at the starting block, drop the K at the end. Badass. You can't get any better talking about nothing.
Well, this is true. But then also, like, I'm just talking about, like, as far as like the MAGA movement and learning stuff about politics and how to, like, what's going on.
Kimmy, you're quoting
globalism.
Doc. You two are like one mind.
Who?
Doc said that same thing today.
Okay.
No, what I'm saying is you both are on the same wavelength. It's scary.
Well, I think a lot of us are on the same wavelength.
No, I agree.
True that.
Being you.
Because we know what the fight is about.
Yep.
And I think it's great that we're all going out there and we're fighting the fight in our own ways.
But we each have our gift.
Yeah.
We're not
and
all
it's
alike.
actually nice to be able to do the fight in this manner before we have to take up arms, because
That's
honest
right.
to God,
Good point.
it could go a different way and we would have to do that.
And it might end up coming to that, and I hope that it doesn't. But for now, we've got to get the word out to people as much as we can, and enjoy ourselves while we're doing it. Because, I mean, let's face it, this is fun as hell. This MAGA thing is fun.
Yeah, the GOP wasn't like this.
No, they're a bunch of sticks in the mud.
Yeah.
Politics was never as much fun without Trump. He's what's made it so fun. And when he trolls them and he's Master Blaster, and you can tell he is giggling on the inside, it just tickles me pink. I just roll over it.
Trump 4,000.
Trump 4,000.
Yes, I'm with you, Scott. I'm with you. But you know,
We're going to throw them away.
we were talking about that today. The nice thing is, guys, in order, because the Dems are hitting us on every front, it is going to take every man on board with every talent that we've got to muster together to meet the challenges that we're facing. So even though we're all alike, different, and we've all got different talents and gifts, that makes our quilt all the more richer. It makes us more agile, because we're like a spider web swinging in the wind. You know, they swing, but they never break. We adapt.
But Denise
tell us we have
12 years. I like that.
It's easy. It's easy. Let them keep doing it, because they just prove themselves stupider and stupider every fucking day. Advocating for transgender males that became women to have abortion rights. Oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, you can't make this shit up. Just let them keep going. They're going to sell their sales.
You're offering pap smears to trans women uteruses. But it gets worse. It gets worse, if you can believe it, because they don't want to offend them, because they don't have a uterus to do a pap smear with. Trans men who have uteruses still and still are susceptible to all the women's diseases, they don't offer them women's screening.
Did you see
So
the
now
fake
they're
breast?
dying of cancer because they're not getting the adequate screenings.
Stephen, I know you saw it.
Well said.
The fake breastfeeding breasts that the men can wear to feed the kids. I know Stephen saw it.
Because breastfeeding is so fun.
Where am I? You guys know all this stuff. I'm like, what?
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm going to rub this Q-tip on your scrotum, and we'll get you the pap.
I keep offering free pap smears and breast exams, but for some reason I keep getting turned down. Don't know why.
You should offer them to the trans men.
Not the
Maybe you
trans
should get rid
men.
of the overcoat first.
I didn't know your wife let you date.
No.
Could you
At least not that she knows of.
developing an app for that?
All right, let's turn this into Smut Hour. This is a terrible joke. It just bounced in my head. I got to get it out, or else it'll never get out.
Scott just looked down. Oh no, Smut Hour.
A trans man that turns to a woman is no other than some man that wants to get fucked. Am I right? He's a lonely dude.
One more time.
Don't they all?
Nope. I said it once, and that's all I'll say. It's classified.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
Y'all are terrible. Terrible.
Right now,
I'm working
AOC is
that.
taking her shoes and socks off trying to count that one.
Well, I have an appointment next week for a prostate exam. Are y'all telling me I can't go have it?
You can.
I told
Make
you,
sure-
Kimmy, we're going to get a free one.
Just make sure
What I posted.
do like I do and make sure that the doctor's not showing you both of his hands while he does it.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, it turned into smut hour in a hurry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Can't keep me out of the gutter.
That green light's about to go red in a few minutes, I guarantee
We
it.
really kind of like that about ourselves, Scooter.
Yeah, it's probably time to turn me back
what
over
they
to my
say.
wife.
Well, it can't never hurt anybody.
I'm sorry, it's just ridiculous.
No, it hurts a little bit, but you get over that.
Well,
I still can't
that sounds like a whole personal story to me. Would you like to share?
Well, we're getting bad.
Hey, by the way, the only person whose chat I can read is TFL Sis Princess, and
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you're here. I
Golden you.
don't know why I can't see other people's chat.
That's a
I still
Periscope
blame
thing.
Restream. I'm going to blame Restream until I get my chat back. I don't care if I'm right. I don't
No.
care if I'm wrong.
I will say I have noticed, because I do closed caption only, Periscope, if you leave and come back, it's like you have to log out and go back in to see chat again.
It doesn't work for me. Nothing works for me. I have
Really?
I have uninstalled. I have reinstalled. I've restarted my phone. I've done everything I can. I have not seen chat. Like every once in a while, I'll see it for a short period, like 5 minutes at a time.
Oh,
But that's the most, and it doesn't even happen every show. Sometimes I see 0 comments on each show. It's just ever since Christmas. I don't know what happened. Very first show I watched of Boogie's after Christmas. No chat and nothing since then.
Yep.
That
Yep.
is weird.
Yep. Exactly,
You
Kimmy.
must be one of those right wingers that Twitter likes to censor.
I don't know.
Periscope.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know if that's it or not, but like, I'm kind of, I used to feel like I was queen of the chat, and now I am not queen of the chat. And I want to.
Hashtag us too. Us too.
You're queen to us. You and
Okay,
Doc.
well,
Well,
that-
actually, I'm sorry. I do have to disagree with you. I'm the queen. There can only be one. She's the princess in training because she's younger.
Oh, okay.
I'll take
Well, I was going to say Stefan was a
She's at a
queen.
less glamorous level.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
How's that, Kimmy? Only because I'm old and you're not, honey. I'll die off and you can take my crown. But
Well, Stefan calls you Queen Bee, and I think it was Jason or somebody that came up with calling me Honey Bee. So I kind of like Honey Bee. So I'll be the Honey Bee.
Whoa.
Yeah, you are. Well, you're age
appropriate for
fluid,
Kimmy.
right? She's age fluid. She told me that.
I
And
am.
so, yeah, she's honeybee.
I'm
I
whatever.
like that.
Close.
That's very appropriate for you.
Yeah.
I found a new love name for
Yeah.
Scott from West Texas today. I had been waiting to really find one that was very apt for him. And we decided on Stud Muffin.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and I feels the Yankee.
A Yankee.
Always and forever.
You know,
I think it might be time.
you know what?
Ooh,
We
Thug
should
Life.
check
I
out.
like that.
You know what, guys?
So I know that,
What might make
Ooh,
the
yeah.
difference is
I like
if we could eventually migrate off of Periscope. I think YouTube and we're on Twitch and DLive. DLive seems to be the best. I watch Pete Santilli on DLive, and there's never an issue. He never gets kicked off. I can see all the chat. I think eventually we're all gonna be kicked off Periscope anyway.
maybe.
Yeah, especially after
Zeb,
Stephen
what-
Sears was on again.
Zeb, no, I can't remember it. Zeb Tech, or the one that James has been talking about.
Tack Attack.
Zep.
The Tack Attack. The Tack Attack.
No. No,
It's
the
Zep.
platform that James is
Oh,
talking
Zap Media.
Yeah, Zap Media.
Yeah, I think that they're planning on launching at the end of 2019 is the goal. That's what they think they're going to be able to reach. So,
I'm just trying to find out if I can invest.
But the thing is, until that gets popular, you'll still have to be on Periscope, DLive, Twitch, YouTube, right?
Yeah, right.
It's like slugging through in waist-high sewage.
Yes.
So we have it. We have to do it.
Or crossing the Rio Grande.
No.
Speaking of waist-high sewage, did you guys hear? Let me change the subject here. Did you guys hear this fucking story today? That in Michigan, I believe it was Michigan.
Oh, hold on, Beth.
Can I just say you're probably the best Segway mover I've ever encountered.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I try to keep it fun.
I know.
That's all.
Go on.
So I think it was Michigan today. I heard this on the radio. They had actual audio of it. Sorry, there's big trucks going by my house. But 4 fucking houses had a sewage block, and J-Dub, would have been sent in. There was literally fountains of shit spewing out of their toilets because the sewer pressure overcame the blockage and found the path of least resistance. Oh my God. I fucking died.
Wow.
I almost crashed in my truck because I was laughing so hard. This lady, her recount of the situation, she was traumatized for life. Fucking died. Oh my God. So, speak on it what you will. Wow.
It's official.
It was official. Flint, Michigan already had, problems with the water. But, now you got sewage shooting out your fucking shitter. Jeez. All right, take it away.
Oh.
Not sure where to go from there.
Well, I have a potty story if y'all want to hear it.
Do we have a choice?
I mean, yeah, but
come on, Kimmy.
My daughter, I'm helping her move this weekend, and she is out of toilet paper and refuses to buy some because she doesn't want to move it to her new place. And she does not want me to buy some because if I buy it, she'll still have to move to the next place. So we've been using Papa John's napkins.
Oh my God.
Ouch.
Isn't that funny?
You better hope they invest in good napkins, honey.
Seriously, the things you do for your children. Oh my gosh.
And I thought my kid was stubborn.
I too.
Oy vey. Okay, so
I'm the kind of guy that's like, I'll buy it and leave it for the next person that comes here.
Oh, well.
I'm not very bright.
Do your daughter a favor and buy her a roll or a whole bunch of rolls of Barack Obama toilet paper. She'll never have more fun moving it and wiping it. Right?
Dude, there's a Trump store in Sholo, Arizona. It's all the way up on the top of the White Mountains. And they have a roller for a toilet paper roll holder that when you pull toilet paper, it has Trump sayings come out of the speaker every time you pull paper off of it.
That's funny.
Since we're on the conversation, I think they even have Obama toilet paper.
Yes, sir.
What about
That is
I got some of that for the Christmas stockings.
Hoping to change. I hope to God you change my hygiene down there. You better work. And don't be that crap one-size shit.
What's going on with the G20 stuff, y'all? I know that the president's talking about meeting with Kim Jong-un at the DMZ. What all do y'all know about the G20 stuff?
I hope that happens.
I think it's already been planned. I think it's just, I think it's because
they're in South Korea.
If you are a Q reader, notice I didn't say follower because we're not cults, but if you're a Q reader, then you will know that it's been planned. I'm thinking this is the one, but he's been talking about it. So I think it was already planned. I think they're just letting the rest of us in on it.
Didn't he say planned
What's
a long
the
time
date?
ago?
Yeah, he did. He said planned long ago or something like that. He sure did.
Yeah.
He did, and they had a radio snippet of Trump today. So he's going to South Korea. He wants to meet on the DMZ, but he was the first president in American history to ever say, "I will go and cross that border," and if they want it. And to me, we're Q readers, not followers, but that's huge.
Oh, it's absolutely huge. Whether you're a Q follower or reader or not, it's a big deal. But when is that supposed to happen?
This weekend, I believe. He's only there for a
He
short
was
time.
leaving for him today. I think he said they were leaving for him today.
Okay.
He put out the invitation on Twitter, and it was received by the North Koreans so favorably that the White House was putting together supposedly was putting together the official invitation.
And by the way, it has the benefit of triggering.
Planned.
Sorry, Scott. Sorry, y'all. What I heard on official PBS fucking propaganda radio was that he extended an invitation to Kim Jong-un himself to meet him and walk him across the border.
At the DMZ,
How
yeah.
fucking winning is that?
That's amazing.
Boom.
By the fact that we have a president that is willing to meet him without preconditions is absolutely astronomical, because what most people may or may not be unaware of is in the past, if President Obama, President Bush, all of them would only meet with them with certain preconditions. Trump is willing to make a deal anywhere. The man is always closing. He's smart. If you're a salesperson, then you are trained early on that through your whole presentation to your potential client, you're closing every step of the way. Because you may not even have to go through the whole deal. You might close them right off the bat. Trump's the same way. I mean, he is always closing for whatever his next deal is that he wants. What are you giggling at, Whistle Britches?
Oh, well, I had Kirby in my house the other day, and I used to work for him, right? Long story, I'll keep it short, but they came in my house, and I was like, "You're Kirby, aren't you?" They're like, "Well, yeah, we sell Kirby." And I was like, "Well, I sold Kirby." I was like, "I want one, so just make the deal happen." They couldn't make it happen. Fucking idiots. But I got my couch clean, so it's all good. And, typically, they sit there, and they're like, "Well, we're not leaving your house till we make this deal happen." I was like, "No, it's going to happen. Like, just make it happen." I had Big Mama come in, big sales manager from around wherever their sales region was. She comes in. I was like, "Look, I want the machine. I already told you. I told you boys. Like, they're still sitting here doing the couch and whatnot. Like, make it happen. I'll give you $25 a week." And she's like, "Well, okay. And I was like, "You got in-house financing still, right? Because I used to sell for you." She's like, "Oh, you did?" And I was like, "Yeah, and I ain't paying fucking cost, or I'm paying cost for it. That's it." And she couldn't pull the strings to make it happen. I was like, "Well, you just lost the sale. See ya. Thanks for the couch clean. Bye."
Bye,
Hey,
Felicia.
Phil.
What's that? Sorry.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Yeah. Sorry.
Are we encroaching on your
You got
in
10
between
minutes.
time? I hate to do a Biden on you. Yeah, my time's up.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes.
That was a
Now,
too much information
we
story.
have one little discussion here, honey. Remember, we have a 5-minute intermission, so we really only have 5. 'Cause now, we get a 5-minute intermission,
You
or I
all have lost me.
can
Promises kept comes on.
Sorry, y'all. It was a good story. I had fun. I fucked with him so hard. You know how I get down.
Yeah. With the
Very good
Kirby
job,
lady.
Stephen.
Was it a guy or a girl? Stephen?
Well, it sounds like a porn name. It's 2 guys, 1 Big Mama. So,
Oh.
what can I say?
Well, you know what they say, Stefan? Fat bottom girls make the world go round.
That's right.
So did they have names like your
Oh my
birth month
gosh.
and the street you were born on, like June Hampton and March Bonehaven.
Let's see. It'd be well, no, I can't say that because it'd be on my credit report. But no, I can't say it. That's the thing about porn stars. Like, you hear their fucking porn name, and you're like, well, I already know what's on your credit report. Idiot.
Yeah.
I'm just bullshitting. But think about the logic there. Like, seriously, it kind of rings true in certain cases too. So since I wasn't on last weekend, my apologies. I'm bending down. You can whip me. You can beat me.
I wasn't there either, Stefan.
That would
I want a brown bag special.
UFOs, y'all.
We know you're not going to enjoy.
He would enjoy it if it didn't include Phil and I.
No eye contact, no sword fighting. That's my rules, and that's everybody knows it. No homo bullshit.
No homo.
Good to go. There, it's public knowledge now.
You are a nut. I do not know what we're going to do with you.
No prostate exams.
Well,
No.
yeah, Kimmy, get ready for that blue glove slap on the hand. Well, it's funny because we usually have black nitrile gloves at work, and they ran out. And I was like, "You need to order gloves right now." We go through like fucking 100 gloves a day, right? And he gave us these fucking gay blue ones, and I was like, "You ready for your prostate exam, boy?" So we slapped the fucker on. Everybody in the shop just lost it.
They're all going, "We hope you have small hands, honey. Big heart, small hands."
TMI.
All right, now Phil, watching our time because I know how you are.
Oh,
we better be saying our goodbyes.
Okay, so thank you all for coming.
We also know how mad you get if we all bail out before you give us permission.
That's
Amen.
Right. Okay, Scott, say good night. Say good night, Scott, and then we'll go over to Stefan, and then Beth, and then Kimmy.
Thank y'all for coming.
First? Oh, I'm sorry.
It wasn't you, Doc. Is your name Scott now?
Oh, he did not do that.
Phil, you just got the double blink.
I'm taking notes. You remember, women remember things that hadn't even happened yet.
Did you want a prostate exam too?
We take our time. Payback hell. You just wait.
Yank.
All right, let's try this again. Scott, and then Stefan, and then Beth, and then Kimmy Jung-hoon, and then Doc Martin.
Hey, thank y'all for coming. I am so happy to be here. I am, I'm overwhelmed at the lack of words that are coming to my mind right now, except for I am so glad we have a president in charge, because otherwise we would all be either dead or marching or carrying our weapons someplace to do something nefarious, because I think Trump saved us and bailed us out of a real bind, and I hope he gets all the success, and that's what I pray for at night. And let's all join in the fight, and thanks for being part of it, all of you.
Awesome words, Scott. I'm supposed to be next up, but I'm going to be a true gentleman and let the ladies go first. So next order. Next order. Kimmy?
I think
whoever
Beth
else,
is next.
whatever the pecking order was, go for it.
Go ahead, Beth.
Oh, I was going to say you know how in Congress on the hearings, if they don't want to finish the time, they say, "I'd like to give my time to whoever," when they're questioning people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's what I'm doing, but I've taken so long doing that. Thank you.
Now your time's up and you don't have any to give up.
I know. I believe that was.
Okay, well, all I want to do is channel my inner Democratic presidential candidate and say adios.
Adieu.
Denise?
You mean y'all are going to actually let me talk too? No, I'm joking. I'm sorry. Y'all, you know, I just love each and every one of you. If I could. And I'm so glad y'all join us each week to have fun. Because, guys, we do have to be recharged for the fight. If you do not see that this is a war to end all wars, then I don't know what it's going to take to wake you up. But I wanted to end with just some encouragement from somebody real quickly. Hold on, let me pull this up. I had it just a minute ago. Of course, when I need it, it's not there. But I saw a tweet today that reminded me of this. But Plato gave us some very wise words, and he said this: those who are too smart to engage in politics are punished by being governed by those who are dumber.
Wow. That's philosophical. That's brilliant.
It's deep. So I don't think anybody in our audience or in our movement is dumb enough to choose to let the deep state rule us. So I say, everybody buckle up, get in the fight one way or the other, find what your gift, your talent is, and get busy. Because I don't know if you're waiting on an invitation or what, but it's time. It's a promise. 2020 is right around the corner. So everybody put your big girl panties on and your big boy shorts on, and let's belly up to the bar. We got a country to save.
Amen.
And I'll catch you on the flip side.
Amen, Doc.
Okay, since Doc used up all my time, I'll be reclaiming my time in the next episode.
She didn't get it either.
Okay, catch us on Mega Promises next. I'll say goodbye to everybody at the end of that show, maybe.
Give us 5 minutes, though, guys, for
right.
Intermission.
Adios.
Refill your libations.
Go get yourself a bean burrito. Good night.
God bless y'all.
A bean burrito.